Hey, what's going on, everybody? We back in the club gonna talk about a topic. I'm back here with my player, bro, Claude. What's
What's
going
up,
on, bro,
player,
Claude?
player? What's up,
So,
y'all? What's up, y'all? Back in the club. We got a recording for you listen, first when you come in, hit the like button. Then
yes,
subscribe to both of the channels. You are in the Players Club. And once we have our own Player Club channel, still stay subscribed to our individual channels.
yes. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and we also want you to share and comment. Please be a part of this conversation. Hey, we
Yes,
just gonna come here and talk a little bit about Rickea Jackson. I got her up on the screen at the beginning of the season. She seemed to be a pivotal part of the LA Sparks and what they wanted to do.
yes.
They acquired Kelsey Plum. Cameron Brink is still hurt. She's recovering, trying to get back to him. You got Derek Hamby, and then you had Rickea. They was on the Slam magazine before the beginning of the season. But now, as we starting to report, we hearing a little rumblings out there in LA town. I'll pull up the latest thing, and then we were because Rickea was she was out for today's game against the Mercury,
Mm-hmm.
as they reported, and she was out for personal reasons. They
Mm,
say she's medically cleared. They
yes.
say she's medically cleared from the concussion that she suffered. I think maybe the first or second game of the season,
Right.
but she is still out for personal reasons. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear. I'm gonna
Mhm.
let y'all hear a little bit of what the coach had to say, and then um we're gonna talk about it. Hold on one second.
To answer your question, Rickea is going to play unless something happens in warm-ups, but assuming that she's good, but she's been good, cleared medically, and as to answer your question about her recovery through it, everybody's different. As I've said, like brain injuries, it's not an exact science, and so our medical team did a tremendous job of just making sure her health is first, and we don't want to mess around with concussions. But
Mhm.
she's passed every kind of phase, and so as of yesterday, she was cleared to. She played a little 3-on-3 with some of our practice guys yesterday just to get used to that contact. But for tonight, she's not going to start. She needs to kind of get her sea legs, and not. It's not that she's just been out. She's, when you're in concussion protocol, you're very limited in what you can do physically. And so I don't anticipate her to have extended minutes just because of the fatigue factor. But we're excited to have her back, and we certainly missed her, and it's good to have her back. And Julie, at some point,
Now before we talk, now you heard that. I want you to hear this other part. Then we gonna talk because Rakia, she goes from Rakia being medically clear, but she's gonna be limited. She's gonna come off the bench, yada yada yada. She goes from that to this.
excited to get her back when she's ready. In response to Rickea's a big part of our organization and our team, and she's taking personal time, and we support her, and we're excited to get her back when she's ready to be back. Um, in response to the team, it's been this is our eighth game in 16 days. Um,
Mm.
that part's been a challenge. And so while you need to have time, with everything being so new, as we've mentioned, practice time would sure be nice. But it's not something that we're given right now, and that's okay. And no one feels sorry for us, and we're not asking for that. So I think that's what you're seeing a little bit with the inconsistency is that it's game travel, one day to get them recovered and do all the things while trying to go over an opponent, and then execute. So, after this game, we have 4 days of practice, which sounds like training camp at this point. I can't wait. and actually tomorrow's off, and then we'll have 3 days of practice, which I haven't said. Uh, so I'm looking forward to that, and we can kind of regroup and do some things. But it's just
So, uh, uh, tonight the Sparks played the Mercury. You heard from the coach. She went from Rickea being limited, coming off the bench after concussion protocol, to Rickea's out for personal time, and she will be back when she's ready to be back. They will open. They will have open arms for her when she come back. What you think is going on with Rickea in LA?
She was doing a whole lot of fumbling and bumbling. That's what I heard. But that's all, folks. That's what I heard. I'm sure you heard the same thing, and everybody else that's listening heard the same thing. Now, it doesn't take all of this in 8 games to figure out if she's ready to go or not.
Mm-hmm.
She had a concussion, sure, but it does not take 8 games to recover from a concussion protocol, on top of it being implemented into the offense. We all know that Rickea Jackson is an offensive force, and she actually, if she was able to have the time and the minutes and the play in the games last year, she also would have been part of the contention of Rookie of the Year last year. So
Right.
how Kurt Miller did the things that he did last year with no explanation of how and why that he, the way he played Rickea, and then all of a sudden she had the starting role, and then of course by the end of the season she was having extenuous minutes. So it's a phenomenon, and it baffles me
Mm-hmm.
on how Rickea right now all of a sudden is on limitations.
Mm-hmm. Because
What
I
you
know, I would say this. I know, okay, she came off that concussion. They have, look, the Sparks have played 8 games already. Like,
mm-hmm.
where, so their schedule has been grueling. But the last game Rickea played in, I just looked it up, was the game against Atlanta, and she played 12 minutes. She came off the bench. The next game, when they played the Aces, she didn't play at all, and then now she's on personal time. I've said this to you when we was talking. I don't understand how Rickea keeps kind of finding herself in this same situation where people putting her on the bench, because their coach Lynn Roberts, I know she had to come in and she was told who the young core was. I know Rickea got hurt, then she had to come back, but it's not like the Sparks are knocking people out the off, knocking the socks off of people, huh? So why would Rickea go on personal time when she's supposed to be playing during the season, unless her and the coach are not jiving right now? Look, allegedly, this is what I'm saying. Some can't be going
Alleged.
right. Allegedly, some can't be going right in Los Angeles. That Rickea will have to take a personal time away from the team after she was medically cleared from her concussion. Right after she only played 12 minutes, and the Sparks lost that game to Atlanta Dream. They lost 88-82. I know any team can use Rickea's firepower as far as offensively. We've all talked about defensively. She has some stuff to work on, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to figure out, I need you to help me understand. Why does she keep finding herself at the end of the bench with these coaches? This is just her second season, and we've seen her in Unrivaled. She had a good season in Unrivaled. But they can't seem to implement her in the game plan. Not to my eyesight. So,
Now, for everybody that's watching, me and Keisha in particularly, we're looking at the players that played in Unrivaled and their success, just like Slim. You know what I mean? Brittany
mhm,
Sykes translated from Unrivaled. She was not the player last year of the player in the dependency she is this year. We all know that Ariel Atkins went over to the Sky, and right away, there was not a situation where Slim was coming off the bench or they were looking for a point guard. Slim went right into that point guard position and she filled all of the gaps with Ariel Atkins being gone on the Mystics. Of course, are having of what they call a put together team. They having phenomenal success with the way that the organization is running their rookies. And of course, Aaliyah Edwards is on her way working back off of an injury. And we're seeing Aaliyah Edwards being implemented into that offense, even though Kiki Arafin is having a phenomenal rookie season. Okay. Rickea Jackson is under a coach right now from the University of Utah. Lynn Roberts was the coach of the University of
yeah,
Utah. You
she's
already know
hot.
that she was a high analytics type of coach. She
Mhm.
goes with the analysis of things.
Okay.
So she looks at, oh no, you're good here, and your shot's not over there, and you're good here, but you're not. Your shots don't fall over there, so don't go to this spot, or you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It's really really um, important to talk about last year and how she was not treated fairly amongst the high profile rookies, including Cameron Brink in that high profile, like
Mhm.
Camilla Mendoza played, Angel
Mhm.
Reese played, Caitlin Clark played.
Right.
So you know these high profile rookies was played last year as Rickea Jackson had to work her way just to be in the lineup.
Yeah, she did.
Here we go again. Rickea Jackson, 8 games in, all of the slam magazines and the interviews and the talk that she's the nucleus part of the four horsemen, and
Right.
then this happens.
Yes.
So we have to be able to be smart enough to look into all of those type of sectioning. Where's Magic Johnson? Didn't he say, I mean, what did he say, player? You tell the people what he said.
He said he was gonna be more involved with the LA Sparks. Make it. He said he loved Rickea. He loved their game. He said he was gonna try to help them make decisions. I know Lynn Roberts is a very accomplished college coach. She led the Utah Utes to Sweet 16s. I mean, she's an accomplished college coach. I just don't understand how you can have a player 8 games in, like you say, go on personal leave and say, "Well, we'll welcome her back when she's ready to come back."
What?
I'm a, that statement just doesn't make any sense to me. It's almost like, well, if she come back, cool. If she don't, she need more personal time, cool. You
I,
know, I
I.
at this point, at least look, it leaves my mind to say, okay, are they exploring trade destinations for Rickea Jackson? Is she
Oh,
not really? Is she really not part of their master plan?
or is she getting along with Kelsey Plum? Or is it a problem where Kelsey Plum is not fitting to pass it to her? Because we know that Kelsey Plum is a shoot for first point guard. That's her position. That's the position that she wanted to play on the Aces. She got what she wanted when she went to the Sparks. and the ball is not, even when Rickea is in there, the ball is not finding Rickea. As we looked at that game, the ball did not even really swing Rickea's way unless it came from someone else's hand, and then she just took the shot. You know,
But
those,
but
yeah.
Kelsey Plum said that Rickea and Cameron Brink was one of the best front courts. Remember that statement?
I beg to
said,
differ,
well,
but
remember that.
I
Remember
remember.
that interview? She
I
said,
beg to
I
differ.
have no. This is what she said. I have the best young core. That's
Yeah,
what she said. The
yeah.
best young core. She just said that a couple of months ago.
Just a couple of months ago, and it doesn't look like it's giving Cap.
So, so I don't know. To your point, I don't know if she was just blowing smoke up Rickea's butt at that time. I don't know what's going on here, but I do know this: when you have a superstar player, I'll say star player, and Kelsey Plum comes to your team, no decision doesn't go by her.
Mm-hmm.
So if the coach felt comfortable to say, well, she's doing personal time and we give her time to do that, she can come back when she want to come back. I'm pretty sure Kelsey Plum has been brought into some of them conversations. So that's why I asked: Is it
Well,
time to trade? Is it time to trade Rickea? The Sparks? Do they need to trade
free
Rickea?
free Rickea.
Free Rickea.
Free Rickea. We'll take her. We'll take her on the sky. We'll take her. Look, y'all can have the whole bitch.
I mean, because this is the second year.
I mean,
Kurt Miller put a bad taste in her mouth. Now we coming to the second season. She got a new coach, new teammates, and she found herself right back where she started.
Diabolical, Keisha.
Do you think Magic? Do you even think Magic Johnson can save this relationship?
We know Madge. Madge can pretty much save everything, right? We know how he can actually have a conversation, because we know Magic Johnson's history and influence even on the LA Lakers. So we know that Magic Johnson, you guys, on the LA Dodgers, he could put his foot into things and disrupt or interrupt certain things that he wants to do. Okay? Go ahead.
But guess what? In breaking Twitter news,
Okay.
Allegedly, they say Rickea Jackson has unfollowed the Sparks and took them out of her bio. Now her friend is on Twitter ranting about the coaching staff.
So where it's smoke, there is fire.
Yeah.
So free Rickea. We just saying players. Look, we saying players. Listen to what me and my player talking about. We saying that the superstar that Rickea Jackson is. We seen what she could do in Unrivaled. We also saw her defense get better in Unrivaled. We were expecting, because me and Sister Keisha, we were expecting to do a charter on all of the Unrivaled players' actual, accomplishments after being in those 36 players that was there. We wanted to see how they're doing. Just like what Heineman, very good. Letitia Heineman, like run and start. Dejanay Carrington, run and start. Who else? Brittany Sykes. Brittany Grinder, great start. Alicia Gray.
Great start.
Great start. Howard, great start. You know what I'm saying? Fee Collier, great start, right?
Right.
Courtney Williams been medium, but she ain't been as inconsistent as she was last year.
Right.
You understand? She's been balanced more this year in the offense. She did have a poor shooting 0 for 11 game one time, but in these other games, she has been, you know what I mean? Everybody has a bad game. Everybody has a serious bad game. Like Marina Mabry had a minus 55. God damn.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you do have one of those games haunting you. Even though as a player, you know that your worst game is coming. And if you had a bad game, you know one even worse than that bad game will happen. Hopefully for Marina Mabry, it don't get no worse than that. Trust me, she don't want. I mean, she'll never be able to get picked up. You know what I mean after the CBA. But what I'm saying is this: Rickea Jackson is on a rookie contract. She's
Yes.
cheap right now. She should be utilized for all of the great things that she does, which is score from the three, score from the midi. She got a teardrop. She got a down low post game. She can do just about anything on offense. Now, last year we were concerned about her defense because she was looking like a cone sometimes that she was out there with shorter players. But in Unrivaled, that didn't happen. She proved to be tough in Unrivaled, especially the one-on-one. If you guys can remember the one-on-one, you know what I mean, tournament, she looked pretty good. You got what I'm saying? Even though all of these things and these terms of people who has played in Unrivaled, she has the least for as the superstars. She has the least attention paid to her on their specific
Respective teams. Yeah.
respectful teams than anyone that was a star in Unrivaled. That's Diabolical.
Well, I'll tell you this, allegedly. We're just saying what we see. We see a little
We ain't
smoke.
come here with no TMZ stuff. We just know what we know and we know what we see.
Look, we just see a little smoke, a little fire. All I'm gonna say is, if they can't use Rickea, free Rickea, we'll use them.
Come on over here. We got a seat. Hey, we got a seat for the one that's out there. Kia Nurse.
Shut your crazy self up. Hey,
I love
and
you.
look,
You know I love you, Kia, but she come from
we
the
love
Sparks.
you, Kia. But I'm gonna tell you this. We hoping Rickea is okay. I know she's out for personal reasons. We don't know exactly what those personal reasons are. So we hoping everything is okay with Rickea Jackson. But man, the second season in a row is starting off like this with the Sparks. I think it might be time to free Rickea. But hey, that is just my opinion, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
I would like to say, please hit the like button, subscribe, and this is an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcasts and Networks. The Players Club is here to make sure that you understand that this is a safe place. Me and the player, we at the front door, then we go to the bar, and y'all all can't go up to the back room, but we got some room in the back room. So enjoy yourself. Let your hair down. Don't take off your shoes. And
No, don't do that.
yeah, don't take your shoes off. You might have to need some spray. Or I don't know what the hell to tell you. Just be cool, okay? Go ahead, Keisha. You let them know what's happening, and then we take it from here.
Hey man, that's all we got to talk about on this topic. We look, we got some prayers going up for Rickea. We're gonna free Rickea. Hey, we just gonna tell you, Coach Lynn Roberts from the Sparks, we got the side eye on you right now. We're looking at you side eye
on you.
You. All right. Y'all hit the like button. Please share and comment. We out. We out.
We out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease.
All right.